So the main idea is the most important thought about a topic. You must pay attention to the message being sent through the supporting details to help you figure out the main idea. All right, so we're going to read the story and decide. Now, I see a little girl and she has an umbrella. She has a raincoat and rain boots. So I can infer that I'm going to be reading something about rain. So it says, it is raining. Perla puts on boots. She puts on a raincoat and she grabs her umbrella. Now she's ready for the rain. So it's raining. That just tells me what's going on in general. But then I see that Perla's putting on her boots, she's putting on her raincoat, and she grabs an umbrella. Those three examples send the message that she's getting ready for the rain. So which sentence is the main idea? Perla dresses for a rainy day, or Perla takes a long time getting dressed. This little passage never told me how long she took. So I want to make sure I don't read into situations that aren't there. The only thing that it tells me is that Perla takes a long time to get dressed. So that's the main idea of this little paragraph. Okay. So then I'm going to come down here and we're going to read this next paragraph. It says, chameleons might change colors for several different reasons. If a chameleon is in the sun, it often changes from brown to light green. This causes the chameleon's skin to reflect the bright sunlight and helps it cool down. If the chameleon is cold, it will change its skin to a darker color. The darker color helps soak up heat from the sun. Sometimes chameleons change color based on the mood they're in. If some chameleons get angry, they turn bright colors to let everyone know they're in a bad mood. The next time you see a chameleon, try to figure out why it's changing its colors. Okay, so the topic of this paragraph is that the topic of this paragraph are chameleons. So what is this paragraph mainly about? It's mainly about chameleons, okay? Now, we can come down here. What is the main idea of this paragraph, and which key details help you figure that out? You can answer these questions in whichever order makes more sense to you. So for me, I decided to pull out my key details first. And the three details that really I remember from the video said if there's some sort of repetition. So the three pieces of evidence that repeated themselves were, if a chameleon in the sun, it changes from brown to light to green. If the chameleon is cold, it will change its skin to a darker color. Then sometimes chameleons change based on the mood they are in. So I see over and over that it's repeating this word change. So the main idea I was able to infer is that a chameleon's skin changes depending on the situation. So my pieces of evidence were able to help me pull out the main message that chameleon's skin changes based on the situation. And it's important to note that the examples are different, right? So it doesn't only change when they're angry. And that's why it doesn't say, oh, chameleon skin changes when they're angry. And it doesn't only change when the weather is hot. And it doesn't only change when the weather is cold. So they gave three different reasons for why their skin changes. So you want your reason, the main idea to be general. Chameleon skin changes depending on the situation. It'll change if they're hot. It'll change if they're cold. It'll change if they're angry. It'll change if they're in a good mood. It literally just depends on how they feel. So you're going to practice a few more examples, and it's going to start off easy and it's going to slowly get a little bit harder. And so make sure you're paying attention to those details. They will definitely help you pull out the most important idea of the topic.